Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are live in living color.
All right, thank you.
All right, so we got Mr. Ray Nelson on the live, and we also have.
Delicious is here at your service, sir.
Okay, all
Hello,
right, all right,
hello.
all right. While I'm looking up these numbers, I want you guys to take the floor. All right. Let's
No
see.
doubt, definitely. So, I would like to say, first of all, hello to everyone. Welcome to the family again. And we look forward to being able to share and be as productive as we have in the last week or so and continue with that. The camaraderie has been great. The educational benefit has been second to none. And the whole atmosphere is something that we plan to continue. It's a great thing that's going on. It just takes me away to know that I have the opportunity and have had the opportunity to be a part of something so special. Not just that Todd is providing a opportunity to help people change their lives for the better, but even so, from an opportunity that I've had, I call him Mr. Media because that's what it is. This guy participated in the live earlier, and it was so informative. I hope everybody got a chance to check it out. There was information brought out in that live with Mr. Media and Todd that I would say would be just as equally as valuable as anything that had been had been portrayed or given over the last few days. Because we either aspire for better with higher learning, or we've had the opportunity. Some of us have children, or some of us have nephews, or whatever that situation is. And just to put a cap or reiterate on that, that was something special because it was so much to come out of that. And it even went into some statistics that may have not been known. I'm quite certain it was because it was some things that was highlighted that I didn't know. But I'm just it's such a privilege to be able to participate and be amongst this camaraderie, this level of intellect, and this level of learning, because I'm learning so much. So I just want to say I'm thankful for everybody who's participating, everybody who has an idea or concept, a shared opinion or a thought that participates. It's a great thing, and just let's keep this going.
All right, that was great. That was great. That was great. All right, Licious. You got anything you want to add?
I want to ditto what Ray said. I think that first of all, I just want to thank you so much for even having a platform like this and allowing me just to be able to add a couple cents to it for the most part. I thoroughly enjoyed the live you had with Ray on there. Literally, I was listening to every word. That whole we just talked about a minute ago. That whole conversation, that whole night, was just a spiritual event in terms of the information that was given, the insight that were given, and ultimately the empowerment that was given. And so we passed the point of trying to figure out, is this making a difference or not? There's no longer a question about that. This thing is actually forming a family, an online community. And I think we're actually making I hope we're actually making a difference in people's lives. When you mentioned that you wanted to go back on live, I was like, man, you already done several hours a minute ago, and now you're about to go back on again. But you said you were going to touch on something for tomorrow night's show that I just wanted to help. I wanted to hear Ray's thoughts on this too, as well about. I don't want to. I tell you what, I'm going to let you set it up, and then I'll chime in about your show for tomorrow.
All right. Before that, before I disclose the title or kind of like the special guest and all that, I do want to, I'm looking at numbers right now because we were talking about numbers. So something that I noticed is when I was looking at the analytics yesterday, as far as my returning viewers, it said 48 people, right? So as I'm looking at it right now, it says 448 viewers return. So that is that's very, that's incredible. All right.
Impressive.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
A lot of these numbers are spiking. As far as my unique viewers, that has went up 114%. Yeah, like I said, I can do numbers for days, but let's see. All right, so yeah, basically the topic of tomorrow's video is going to be why is a queen, why is the queen the most important piece on the chessboard? That is the topic of tomorrow's live. Again, we are going to have a special guest, and then following that live, the day after, we are going to have Delicious Media and Ray Nelson back on the show at the same time. So that's going to be jam packed, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just a little 30 minute to an hour conversation we had privately was, that would have been a show for them, but but yeah, everything is not meant for the media. Yeah, um, yeah.
Did you, now you giving the show title out or no?
Say that one more time. Yeah, I gave the title out. I didn't specify who was gonna be on the show, but I did give the title out. Yes.
Right.
And I'll go first. I want to hear Ray think this too. But one of the reasons why, with respect to what the Queen is the most important piece on the board, is that this is so near and dear. This is one of those conversations that a young man has to have from an older man, especially at the right time in life, just starting out trying to, because I just wish that. And as we're speaking again, we're speaking as a family. We are our own community. So understand that in what we're trying to convey is in love, and ultimately with the goal of seeing everyone improve. And ultimately, when we're young men, our thought process is somewhere totally different. Probably driven more by the hormones than by anything. And so a lot of times we're not in the space of thinking with permanence, but it is very important to start off life in the right way. And it's very important to make sure that as you're starting off life in the right way, that, man, you're not doing anything to prevent a woman from starting off her life in the right way. Understand the woman bears the responsibility of bringing the life forward. And if she's not able to do so on a platform well, what you've done is you've created an imbalance in the community. And we're starting to see the results of that from a generational standpoint. There's so much data out there that it's hard to go in a lot of ways. So what we have to start doing is taking responsibility and making sure that we communicate to everyone that, hey, listen, we're all connected in some way, shape, or form. And trust me, the you that you're talking to today, the you that you are today, has to answer for the you 5 years from now. And if you're doing things right, trust me, 5 and 10 years is going to thank you. And if you're not doing things right, we're not getting stuff right, you're going to make it very hard for that to come around. So I just want to just start that off by saying that, it is so important to start off in the right direction with what you have in potential building partner. It makes all the difference in the world. And I'll end it there.
All right.
Yeah, that was powerful.
Yeah, definitely.
That was powerful. In fact, I would venture to say, even when you was giving those nuggets out, I was thinking of what kept coming to my mind is respect. Mm-hmm. And that seems like something that should be a given, but it's not. And that's one of the reasons why in our communities today, and we see reflections of negativity, it's because the respect isn't there. And in that title that was presented by Todd, it's so powerful too. Because when you think about a queen, when you think about a queen, just period, that garners respect. But the role of a queen is to ensure that things are done in an orderly fashion, that things get taken to completion. So with all of that, I mean, it's so powerful. We've got to continue to honor the structure, because the structure is what keeps everything in place. And that just piggybacks on what Mr. Media was just saying, and that's why it's important, and that's why the statement that he made was so powerful.
Well, the capability of the queen piece is to be able to move in any direction on the board that's possible, that's available. But the other main reason of the queen is we all know is to protect the king. You know, like I said, I don't want to disclose, like I said, my special guest, but you know, like I said, at the end of the day, no matter how strong you feel you are as a man, you know, we all require some queen for protection. That could be your mother, that could be your you know, your spouse, that could be your little sister, you know, and so on and so on. But you know, women are the most powerful creatures on the planet. You know, they are the only people on the planet, only people on the planet that can bleed without injury. You guys know what I'm talking about. But you know, like I said, I could, you know, I go a little deeper, but you know, we can keep it PG. But but you know, like I said, God makes no mistakes. They're here for a reason. You know, I'm not a sexist guy to say, you know, women can't do this or do that. You know, women can do anything that they put their mind to. And women have a tolerance level that us as men, we will never be able to realize. You know, I seen my wife you know, give birth. You know, the average guy can't go through the labor pains that women, you know, go through on a day-to-day basis. It's a proven fact. They actually have certain you know, certain equipment that can kind of give guys the same feeling that women go through, and most guys can't handle a couple minutes or a couple seconds of that. You know, like I said, women are incredible creatures, but we're going to discuss that a little bit more tomorrow.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. So, is there anything that you guys want to say in closing? Is there anything you want to say in closing?
Well, I just wanna ensure or make sure rather that everyone has a full understanding that the platform that Mr. Givens and just here recently have I even referred to Mr. Givens as Todd, but everybody will really benefit tomorrow from the live that's being presented. So I hope that everybody has the opportunity, male and female, to participate in the live. It's going to be something very special. We have a lot of ladies, a lot of queens in the family, and when I look at those comments, I see powerful black women. I see powerful ladies with intellectual capacity that we knew existed. See, a lot of times that doesn't get the light that it deserves. And there are some in there that on the regular participates and shares comments, and they're so thought-provoking. We appreciate you. We want you to continue. You are a staple in what this movement is about, and we just want you to continue. It has gone, we had a conversation. Mr. Media, myself, and Todd had a conversation. and the focus. The focus seems as if it's being geared more to life in its entirety, not just credit, and not just how to make things better, but it seems as if Todd is now taking on a bigger responsibility, which is fine, because this is what needs to be done anyway. So go ahead and continue to bring to the fold all of the different different concepts, and we appreciate you, and I can't wait until tomorrow. I know it's gonna be special.
It's gonna be something that's never gonna be repeated. I promise you that. Yeah, that's the best little pointer that I can add. Like I said, this particular special guest is a very shy person, but like I said, hopefully we'll be able to get this person out and on the show. So you can get another side of the coin as far as excellent credit matters is concerned. Yeah. So, Delicious Media, is there anything you want to say in closing?
Yeah, I just want to piggyback on what Ray said. And first of all, I'm looking forward to the show tomorrow. Whoever the special guest is going to be. I want people to understand, and I may have said this, I don't know if it was on the live or if it was on our three-way call, but the beautiful thing about the technology today, these platforms, is it allows us to consume the information at our own pace. At our own pleasure. Yep. And so sometimes I'm fortunate enough to be able to participate real time. It might be on the couch or the sofa, and I can watch it and type away. Sometimes I'm driving in the car, I just have to listen. Or like yesterday, I was in the garden and doing some day, cutting down a tree. But I have it playing somewhere in the background so I can keep in touch. And one of the things that I kind of enjoy is if I'm outside the backyard just playing on a speaker, anybody that's around is going to hear it. So I can actually watch them as they're reacting to the stuff that they hear, which is all good. And so I just want you to understand the power of what's going out. Just stay on the phone or on the laptop. I mean, it's going to continue to always get out there because the content speaks for itself, and the intention is genuine too. Going back to, and the other thing too, I know we're talking on the live, and this is the one of the last nights we can get close to the pricing changing. I want to urge people, if you're listening right now, you listen to this show relatively soon, please take advantage of it, because the help that you're getting from Todd, you're not getting anywhere else. And I know that you realize it, and it's one of those things, so I know that money can be tight, because I've been tight recently as well. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you have to gamble on yourself, and because you know that in the end you're going to be able to work hard and get whether anyone else's help to come back. But go ahead and take the chance, because you're losing time by being stuck in that situation. The other thing, and I won't be too long on this point though, but I'm very, very passionate as I get older, especially. I'm very passionate about how younger folks get started. And I'll tell you, again, one of the gray hair story. But I used to always tell a lot of my female friends and even some female family members. I used to try to explain to them when they were so frustrated about the guys they were dealing with. And I'm not talking about bad relationships that are abusive relationships, trying to figure out. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about, hey, every average day, you're in love with the guy, the guy's in love with you, but every relationship is going to have its ups and downs. That's life. You guys are two different people, so of course you got two different personalities. But I would tell sometimes the relationships that are starting to break, and understand this, you don't really get to understand a lot of things about the carriage of a relationship, the carriage of a marriage, until you just you have to put some time and you go through it, and you start realizing, hey, listen, maybe this isn't as important as I think it is. Maybe I don't really need to press this point too much, because in the scheme of things, it's not that big. I used to tell a lot of my friends, for example, when they were talking about, just so afraid of the guy might step out, or he might be seeing someone else or whatever. And I just say, you really can't put that in your mind, because sometimes what you think. And then the other thing too is, and you guys, if I'm wrong on this, I used to tell them a guy doesn't really know what he wants until he sees it and he misses it. And once he sees it and he has it and then it's gone, only then does he, most guys, do they really kind of mature up to the point to realize, no, you know what, this is actually what I want. That's just our process. That's just the way we're wired sometimes. So you have to give it course. It has to kind of run itself away. But then I say that to women at the same time too. Protect yourself, protect your heart, but understand that there's a bit of a maturing process in a younger man as he makes his journey. To what he will ultimately be. And so eventually you find yourself, guess what? Years down the line, you got a couple kids, you got a couple cars, and Christmas photos and stuff like that too. But one of the sweetest, I'll give you another case point, then I'll stop talking. At some point when you are in a marriage, especially a long-term marriage, again, the woman is the control, I don't know if you say the comptroller or the controller of the house, but the woman is the regulator. A man realizes that, and a man has no problem with it when he's reached that level of maturity. You actually, case in point, I go to the supermarket, I might go by myself. I'll buy all the things I think we need and some extra stuff or whatever. But when I bring the groceries home, just me now, I don't go to putting things up. I usually bring the groceries home out. If something that's refrigerated, I put in the refrigerator quick. But the rest of the stuff, I kind of will leave on the table or I'll leave around. Now, why did I do that? I'm not lazy. And I'm not demeaning my wife. I'm not trying to send a message that that's your job to do that. That's not why I did that. The reason that I do that is because my wife is the one that needs to understand, okay, what do we bring into the castle? And let's go and put it somewhere. See, if I do that by myself, the real boss of the place has no idea what's in there until it's too late. And I already know what I bought because I'm the one that bought it. So when I bring it in, I put it on the table. And, I give myself the time, and when she guess what's happened, sooner or later, she's going to come downstairs and go, oh, okay, let me see what you got, and she puts it up. Listen, we do that kind of thing, all marriages do. No words need to be said. No meeting has to be had. No notes need to be made. That's the natural ebb and flow of a marriage, one example of it. And so that's the beauty of that. So I just want people to understand that may seem like nothing, but trust me, when you're at a point as to where, you're really enjoying what's important in life. Your family, your health, your ability to, sit back and relax and put your feet up and, just take your shoes off and just enjoy things. Hey, listen, I just hope everybody gets to that point in life where they can enjoy just such a simple things. And that's all I got to say.
All right, I just wanted to, in closing, I wanted to piggyback off of you, which you were trying to mention as far as the example with the groceries. Um, my little example will probably be a little similar. When I started bringing big checks home to, she wasn't even my wife at the time. We were engaged, but I had to let my wife know, because she felt like she wasn't bringing money to the table, and it's like it's our money. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of women kind of get that confused. It's not no. I got $70,000 and you got $2. No, we have $70,002 collectively. Because most of the things that women provide when they're not working a 40-hour shift is priceless. Taking care of your children, it's a lot of stuff that, like I said, people don't even take into account. There's no value on raising my children properly. There's no value on taking my kids to school. There's no value on taking care of me when I'm sick. There's no what I'm saying. There's no value on making sure that I got a well nourished meal. Like I said, that's the things that people forget. So a lot of guys like, oh, my wife is a stay-at-home mother, and she doesn't really bring anything to the table. See, the problem is this. You might be thinking she's not bringing anything to the table, but you're missing the fact that she is the table. I think that might have went past. So, a couple people. Let me say that again. You might think she's not bringing anything to the table, but you guys need to realize that she is the table. Yeah, I'm young, but I got a couple of, yeah.
Because I'm going to have my notebook.
Ah, here you go. No,
I laid my notebook out.
I
These
ain't.
guys right here, taking some people to school, and I'm gonna make sure I have my notebook out.
Nah, man, I ain't want to drop nothing too heavy. I just had to throw that in there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's good. That's good.
I just get intimidated when Ray's on the phone. I just have to try to concentrate.
Ah, here you go. Here you go.
Hey, you just gave us a 3-minute tutorial on how to make it happen.
Well,
I don't want to hear that, Mr. Media.
I just
But
want.
I cannot wait until tomorrow.
Absolutely.
I hope that everybody. I know today was a little different, maybe because it's the start of the week or what have you. But I would implore everybody tomorrow to be on time. You do not want to miss this, and do not want to miss this. So I can just barely wait until tomorrow.
Yeah, the crazy part about having all three of us on the phone, going back to chess, when you get the pawn to the other side of the board, you get to choose what you turn that piece to, but you cannot turn that pawn into a king. And all I'm trying to say is we got 3 kings on the line, so we need 3 different chessboards to borrow. 3 different chessboards to borrow. It's not enough room for us all. But yeah, man, I just want to thank both of you guys for tuning in. I want to thank Ray Nelson for the other live that he, Credit Repair Red Flags. I want to thank him for joining that live. I want to thank Delicious Media for tuning in to Should You Go to College or Shouldn't You? Like I said, we're going to do a collaboration in the future, multiple collaborations in the future, because we all can give you different, different aspects of certain topics from our own experiences in our past. We're all 3 different ages, so we can give you each decade, along the way. But yeah, so like I said, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Excellent credit does matter.
Definitely. I
All
look
right.
forward to it.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a